Hey there, Dave Myers here in College Career Awareness. So this is my seventh grade class. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown about class. How is my student doing? How can I check on grades? So let's cover some of that. So basically, check skyward. That's the best thing I tell you. If there's any zeros, then those are things they've missed. I grade everything exactly the same, so every assignment is worth 1 point. So no assignment is worth more than another. I have a homework page at the Pleasant Grove Junior High webpage. You can go and see what we have done every day, or for this week, we're working on this or that. So those are the things that we can do. I get students and parents that ask, how can my student improve their grade? How do I know what they're doing? Check Skyward, check my homework page. If you see they're missing something, it's got a zero, that needs to be fixed. I don't offer extra credit. You just need to do the assignments, and that will fix a grade. Everyone should be able to get an A. It's pretty easy. As we look at this virtual parent-teacher conference, let me just kind of go ahead. Since we've gotten here this year, this is a career class. This is careers that relate to engineering, the pathway of engineering. So we have done a measurement. We've learned that. We've learned our safety and taken the safety test. We have just finished out in the workshop the Brainbuster. So here's a Brainbuster little puzzle where you have to move the washer from one to the other and back by moving it through the center hole and not untying it. So we just completed that. Where they worked in teams of 4 to 5. Everything down here I try to do in groups of 2 to 3 to 5 because that's how engineers work. They work in groups. So we're just finishing that. Our next assignment is going to be floor planner, where they're going to design their dream house. We have some other activities that power and energy, so we want them to build and take some materials and change them into a form of power and energy. In this case, flight is the area we're going to study. So in flight, we're going to have them build a paper airplane. We're going to have them build a straw rocket that will shoot across the classroom. And the last table is our terrace, and we're going to bomb them, but we want to avoid the shopping center, and we want to avoid a school and the hospital. So we don't want to hit on other tables. Then lastly, they'll use a foam plate, and learning about thrust and drag and gravity and lift is my last one. Those 4 principles of flight. They'll be able to design their own airplane and then fly it here in the classroom out of a foam plate. So other things that are coming up are mapping my world, where they'll learn about navigation, and kids are pretty used to that because of navigations in our cars these days. Maybe you have some type of navigation on your phone, like Waze or others, that you can use to find places. Let's see, we've got transportation, distribution, logistics. We'd like to do a Rube Goldberg machine, but there just isn't time, so we'll do a cartoon of that. We'll pretty much wrap up with some 3D printing. We'll be exposed to that. Animation, a little quick unit on animation, like with Steamboat Willie when Mickey Mouse was first introduced. And a little bit on computer games with code.org, so learn how computers program. And lastly, we finish up with a work-based learning unit where they're going to design in groups of maybe 4 a game. So here is Speed Racer, fits in a CD-ROM case, so this would be a custom game. It's going to have a spinner. So you'd have your spinner, your game board, your pieces, all of that. They can use the woodshop equipment and things. Now, other students maybe don't want to make a CD-ROM game, and so we'll be doing kick and roll, and that's just a little wooden game that would look similar to a lot of things, but they'll design which game they want. It'll have their own logo, their own instructions, and that pretty much wraps up the year. So again, if you're having questions, contact me. From the 2nd to, I guess, the 28th to the 2nd, I'm just going to stay after school each day to 4:30. So that completes the amount of time that I can complete each day. I'll just do an extra hour, and you can come and visit with me by telephone, I guess is probably the best way. So thanks for listening. Hope this helps you. Find out what students are doing on my webpage. Find out what students are doing in Skyward. So thank you.